Welcome to Academic Gain Tutorials. In this video, we will look into the differences between carburizing or reducing flame and oxidizing flame. In oxyacetylene gas welding, if oxygen-acetylene mixture is stoichiometric, then the resulting flame is a neutral flame. Similarly, if more acetylene is supplied than that is required stoichiometrically, then certain amount of acetylene will remain left as residue. The resulting flame is known as carburizing flame or reducing flame. On the other hand, if more oxygen is supplied than that is required stoichiometrically, then certain amount of oxygen will remain left even after complete combustion of entire acetylene. The resulting flame is called oxidizing flame. So, let's look into the basic differences between carburizing or reducing flame and oxidizing flame in a tabular form. Difference number 1. Carburizing flame is obtained when less oxygen than that is required for stoichiometrically complete combustion is supplied, whereas oxidizing flame is obtained when excess oxygen than that is required for stoichiometrically complete combustion is supplied. Number 2. Incomplete combustion of gaseous fuel, like acetylene, propylene, propane, natural gas, etc., takes place within the carburizing flame, whereas complete combustion of gaseous fuel occurs within the oxidizing flame. Even after the entire fuel burns out, oxygen remains in excess. Number 3. A carburizing flame consists of 3 distinct layers: an inner white cone, an intermediate reddish flame feather, and the outer bluish flame, whereas an oxidizing flame typically consists of 2 layers, an inner white cone, and the outer bluish flame. Number 4. In a carburizing flame, due to scarcity in oxygen, first stage of combustion reaction, from acetylene to carbon monoxide, occurs for a wider area. This results to a comparatively larger inner cone, whereas, in an oxidizing flame, due to excess oxygen supply, first stage of combustion reaction occurs quickly within a small area. This results in a smaller inner cone. Number 5. In a carburizing flame, due to larger size, the average temperature at the inner cone is comparatively less, which is around 2900 degrees Celsius. The heat intensity is also comparatively less at the inner cone, whereas, in an oxidizing flame, due to smaller size, the heat intensity and the temperature are more at the inner cone. The inner cone temperature can be as high as 3300 degrees Celsius. Number 6. Carburizing flame can induce carbon atoms into the weld bead, or take out oxygen atoms from the weld bead, whereas oxidizing flame can diffuse oxygen atoms into the weld bead, or take out carbon atoms from the weld bead. Number 7. The weld bead formed with carburizing flame can be somewhat hard and brittle than the corresponding parent components, whereas the weld bead formed with oxidizing flame can be comparatively softer and ductile than the corresponding parent components. Number 8. Gas welding with this carburizing flame is less noisy, whereas gas welding with this oxidizing flame can be comparatively more noisy. And difference number 9. Carburizing flame can be used when components are rich in carbon or free from oxygen. This flame is commonly used while joining high-carbon steel, cast iron, high-speed steel, oxygen-free copper, etc., whereas oxidizing flame is preferred for joining components made of low-carbon ferrous alloys and non-ferrous alloys,